Alright, I got it plugged in, and just to show you how jacked up and bent this thing got in its shipping. Up here, a little high, down low here, and back up. Of course, smashed in flat on the side there. When this was listed on eBay, the pictures, this thing was straight. Alright? Care must be taken when packing a multi-mixer for shipping, particularly around the spindle area. Spindles are mounted to the spider with brass pins and to a dampening device with screws. Now you can bend the pin if it gets hit too hard down toward the bottom of that spindle, and those wafers can get sheared off. The wafer is sandwiched between the stainless steel poles, if you will. Those stainless steel spindles are hollow inside, and there's threaded inserts in there, and you know, you can screw them together, and what happens is you sandwich that wafer in there. Well, if that wafer gets hit hard enough, it'll just shear it off flush with the stainless steel spindle. So all that needs to be bubble wrapped around each individual spindle. Then each spindle needs to be protected against a sideways shock somehow to keep it. I would put some sort of cardboard all the way around the machine to keep it from to keep impact from hitting those spindles. Let me put it that way, because once that happens, you could bend anything inside the machine if they get hit hard. Spindles rotating, and wow, is that wheel ever out of balance. I don't know if you can see that thing, but it is moving a good 1/4 of an inch out of flat there. Messed up pretty bad. Alright, we'll see if the spindles work. You hear that sound? Way out of balance, way out of whack. Wow. Wow, I don't even wanna, wow, that's messed up. And so, what the listing said was that it was a little noisy. It didn't say anything about it being bent up. Of course, this could have happened in shipping as well. Of course, that switch is going to be replaced, but it's broken as it is anyway. Okay, I just decided I'm going to try and get my money back on this deal from eBay. But thinking about it, the damage here is pretty severe. Deep in here is what we call a spider. The spider basically mounts to the top of the motor and has 5 legs that come out and attach, which you attach these spindles to. And you can see the spider leg right here, and that screw there is a mounting screw to the motor housing. The friction wheel is warped beyond reason. I can try and bend it back in place, but it's pretty severe. I'm going to turn it on. I don't know if I did that earlier, so what I'm going to do is show you how badly damaged the wheel is. It's wobbling so severely. You hear that sound? It sounds more like a jigsaw, like I'm trying to saw something. So, you see it wobbling so badly there as it's winding down. I'm going to try and get my money back on this deal. Spider mounts to the motor. Spider legs mount to this stainless steel housing, which this is welded on as well. This just covers the motor. The motor is huge, about 8 inches big around. Anyway, what the problem is that if this is all bent as badly as it is here, the spider could be damaged, the spider could be bent. Alright, so I'm looking now at that spindle there is at an angle like this. That's bent pretty badly. That spider leg in there could be damaged as well. All of that, you know, I'll show you a spider. Good. Alright, this is my garage, but basically I want to show you something. This is a good stainless steel spindle motor housing. In here, the motor goes down in the center. These 5 mounting brackets that are spot welded in here hold the spider on here. When that thing got bent over here downward, it's pulling on these spider legs, or just the whole motor, the whole spider may have just bent it down with the weight of it dropping. I'm thinking the spider just went like this, and hopefully it's not cracked or broken. The reason why I say that is this is a spider. This one's painted. They're normally not painted. I painted it because it would be easier to clean, and I thought it would look cool, and it does. But anyway, these are the spider legs. These little holes here in the center are what mounts to that stainless steel housing. However, the damage could occur here. This is a cast aluminum part. There's no bending it back in place. Once it bends, it cracks in here and breaks. Also, the motor mounts to these 4 holes, 2 here, 2 down here. These 3 across the back mount to the back piece, the back of the machine. And if this spider bent downward while these remained bolted to the back, there could be a crack, fracture in this area. I don't want the machine, period. I think it's going to be a problem from here. If that spider, I can't buy a new spider. Okay? I can't buy a new one of these. If there is a new one of these and I can buy it, the cost of repairing this thing is beyond its, you know, this is going to cost over $100. I know definitely for sure I can buy the friction wheel. The friction wheel is like $98. Add shipping to that, it's over $100 just to repair that friction wheel. And this is a good friction wheel. Problem with the friction wheel is that it's balanced. Not only is it balanced, but it should be straight. It should have no warpage in it whatsoever, because this rubber wheel needs to be going evenly without doing this. When it's doing this, it can't function. This is a balancing weight that was put into this particular wheel. It balances this wheel just like you'd balance the wheels, tires and wheels on your car. Which is why they tell you never to take this apart. This particular one I had to take apart because it had a broken screw in it. And half of the screw was stuck in here and I couldn't get it out. I had to drill it out and remove it with an extraction tool. But before I did that, I marked the position of this side of the hub and the position of this side of the hub in relation to the wheel. That way I know I get it back together as it was balanced for this weight. Anyway, this wheel cost over $100 to replace. That has to be replaced. That housing needs to be replaced, but I have not been able to find one. I'd have to part out another machine, which the other machine's probably in better condition than the one I'm trying to repair, so why fool with it? This video segment demonstrates how the stainless steel housing mounts to the machine, specifically to the back of the machine. The motor comes up through the center of that stainless steel shroud. The spider mounts to the motor, and then the spider mounts to the back of the machine with the 3 bolts in the back, and then each spider leg mounts with a screw to the stainless steel shroud. The friction wheel then mounts to the shaft on top of the motor. Because the friction wheel is made of soft aluminum, You need to be careful when you pack for shipping this machine, because what's going to happen is, if it's too close to the top of the box or to a side of the box or something, and it gets hit, or something heavy gets put on it, or whatever, it's good. The all that weight's going to be on that friction wheel, and that's going to cause it to bend. It can bend very easily.